Don't know if you heard the news. Ariana Grande is taking a break because of the public scrutiny from people commenting on her appearance, saying she looks very sickly. People are saying she looks like the corpse bride. People are saying she looks just like Eugenia Cooney, which I don't think she's as bad as Eugenia Cooney. Eugenia Cooney is very underweight. They said she went from Ariana Grande to Ariana Tall. So at Starbucks, there's 3 different kinds of drinks you can get. There's venti, grande, and tall is the shortest you can get when it comes to, it's a small, essentially. They want her to be Ariana Venti. I'm explaining the joke so you can understand. There's even some TikTokers saying that she's gone through satanic rituals.
Ariana is not just only struggling from ED. She's also being eaten alive by witchcraft. Like, she quite literally is disintegrating. It looks like she crawled out of the depths of hell, and that's not even me being funny or trying to be rude. It literally looks like she came out of a pit, because it is much more than what it looks like physically. It is so spiritual. Everything about her looks dark, and it just seems like she's been being eaten alive by the industry, by all the spells and satanic rituals she's been doing, which she has said she's done. It literally looks like it's taking her life inch by inch. Like demons are feasting at her soul. And I am not, once again, trying to be funny. It's actually so terrifying and worrisome and sad to see. Like, I honestly feel like she needs so much more help than just rehab. She needs spiritual rehabilitation. Like, she needs Jesus. She needs the Lord. She needs somebody to pray over her. But she has to be willing to give up this life for the Lord, for deliverance. She has to give up the things that she's been indulging in. But she doesn't want to, because it has put her on the map. And now she owes the enemy. And someone else just made a video saying this. And I promise you, I said the same thing before they did. I said the same thing before they did. When I seen this video, I was like, thank you. It is not just physical, it is spiritual. I don't even know, like, I could not even look at that video. When I seen the snippet from her music video recently, I had to scroll. I couldn't even look because it looked abhorrent. The whole theme and genre was dark. She looked abhorrently small. And I can't watch people breaking down like that, to where they look like they're literally dying right before our eyes. I can't actually physically digest that even with my eyes, because it's hard. And I get very queasy about things like that. So I had to scroll. I can't even watch, because I'm like, does she feel even energetic enough to walk? It feels like it takes so much for her to even speak or move a finger. That's how brittle she looks. This is bad. One needs Jesus to get out of that. Completely just washed by the blood of Jesus. Like, that is really bad. And with this dark satanic stuff in the industry, a lot of issues come with it. And hers was this whole ED thing that is really a demon ED feasting at her flesh and her soul. And you can see it manifesting even on the outside. That's the sad part. That's the scariest part.
To be quite honest with you, all this stuff is wildly depressing to hear and a little bit psychotic in the grand scheme of things, because I don't blame her fans for making her disappear. Now, do I think people get very parasocial and think they know too much about celebrities' lives? Obviously, that happens a lot. Happened with Corpse Husband. Happens with everybody on the internet. People think they know too much about the internet, then they start thinking they're detectives. I understand the concern for Ariana Grande, but it has not been confirmed that she has ED, an eating disorder. It has not been confirmed she has that. Now, it doesn't look like she has an eating disorder, 100%. There are people that can't bear to see her.
I couldn't even watch the video. I couldn't watch the video. I can't watch that video, because it's gonna make me very emotional. It's gonna make me very emotional. And what gets me is that some of y'all are normalizing this, gaslighting the rest of us, telling us that she is fine, she looks good. There is nothing normal about that, y'all. There's nothing normal about that. And as a huge fan of hers, I'm terrified for her. I'm terrified for her. This is not okay, y'all. This is not okay at all. And I pray that somebody in her circle tells her, sweetheart, get some help. Fast. And the thing about it is, I'm sure the concept of the music video is really good. Like, I've seen like screenshots of it and whatnot, but when I'm trying to watch the full thing, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So those of y'all out there, if y'all were really her fans, y'all will all unite and encourage her to go get help. 'Cause stop normalizing this. It's not okay.
This is also very interesting to me because every time I hear about Ariana Grande, there's always some drama going on around her. Now, I think she's a very talented vocal artist. I think that's very interesting. But every time I hear about her, it's, oh, remember when she was Latino Ariana Grande? Latina Ariana Grande? I don't want to use the wrong O or at the end of it. I know there's like feminine, masculine things when it comes to the Spanish language. I don't want to get that wrong. And then there's, oh, what about black Ariana Grande? What about Asian Ariana Grande? And that was a whole thing for quite some time. Then there was people saying that she took Mac Miller's life. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness gracious. And then the people really want to see Ariana healthy. They want to see her look like this. And while she was looking like this, she was going through the worst time of her life. All I can do is trust the words directly from the horse's mouth. That's really what I can trust. And Ariana Grande said that when people were praising her for her healthy body, it came from the unhealthiest part of her life, which was when she was on antidepressants. She was eating poorly. She was struggling emotionally. She had a lot of stuff going on in her life at this point in time when she was going through this stuff. And that's very well documented. You can check that out. I do know that this makes people think of Eugenia, and it makes people scared because we have to drag the ED confession out of Eugenia Cooney. We have to do everything in our power to get that out of her. And I think a lot of people on the internet want to feel like they're helping. We all crave just feeling important. I think there's a deep allure about being either hateful or very nitpicky on the internet. And I understand it very well because I love rage baiting people a lot of the time. But there's this big thing about wanting to get a reaction. I do think people are genuinely concerned about Ariana Grande's health. I think people actively care about their favorite pop star. But I also think people have this obsession with not having, I'd say, they want control of their own lives and don't know how to get it, so they think if they can make somebody else feel how they feel, either way, to be miserable or messed up, they end up doing that for somebody else, whether it be famous. And now we can freely interact with famous people all the time. Now, people aren't necessarily being hateful towards Ariana Grande. They're being really mean and very rude to her. Even the jokes I said in the beginning of the video were simply things I pulled from Twitter. Those are all just things I've seen on Twitter. They're just straight up evil to say to somebody, and I'm pretty sure she probably sees those all the time. I'd like to talk facts for 1 second. See this woman right here? That's Ariana Grande. I don't know her medical records. I don't know her blood work. I don't know her daily diet. As a matter of fact, I don't know her private conversations or what her doctors have told her at all. She looks crazy. I know that. That's all I know. I know that judging purely off looks right here, I can say she looks very unhealthy. However, I want you to look at my eyes right now. I have hyperpigmentation. People often say I look extremely tired because of my eye bags, despite getting 8 hours of sleep every single night and having a very healthy diet of leafy greens and vegetables and starches and rice and meat. And I like fruits and vegetables a lot, but people think I am very unhealthy. So I also know what it's like to be judged immediately when people have no information to work off of. Do I think we deserve an answer from Ariana Grande? Yes, actually. She has an insanely large platform and a responsibility to her fans because she has to understand the scale of which she's operating under. She is responsible for a lot of lives, and that puts her under a lot of stress, but also people look up to her deeply because she is a deep role model for a bunch of parasocial psychopaths. If you don't know what I mean by the fact that she's actually wildly successful and is the center of a lot of people's lives, let me explain who has to take care of Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande is the center of an enormous financial solar system. She has management, producers, musicians, engineers. She's got dancers, stylists, publicists, assistants, labels, venues, advertisers, and executives. They all want money from this woman, and she has to live with that. The expectations she must be under are very, very large, and I cannot possibly fathom them. I also think that I don't think they're moving with the best intentions for her health or safety. I think that the fans care more about her safety than all the people that rely on her for money. I want you to picture this for 1 second, right? Imagine you work for Ariana Grande. You are in the know. Now, you make about $20,000 a month because you work for Miss Ariana Grande. You're her assistant. You notice that she's losing a lot of weight. Maybe she's overworked from Wicked. I don't know. Who knows what's going on? We have no idea, but she's losing a lot of weight. Do you A, be concerned about her health and safety, or B, get that paycheck because you need money to live and you live in California and rent is $15,000. With Ariana Grande and her people around her, there is a terrifying conflict of interest when it comes to that. I want to state for the record, I have no evidence that Ariana's team is harming or neglecting her, yet I will never fully, blindly trust an industry built to extract profitable performances to recognize the exact moment star needs to disappear and actually recover. My biggest concern realistically is exposure. For many years, women have been subject to a very unrealistic beauty standard brought upon by the patriarchy and those of famous models before them, to the point where they were starving themselves simply to look like the people they saw on TV. This is a very serious and real issue. there is a very real conversation to be had about extremely thin celebrity and imagery and what it can do to people struggling with eating disorders and how horrifying it can be for those people. There are a bunch of vulnerable, very impressionable parasocial people who are going to see Ariana Grande's very thin body and think, wow, look at her, with all these professional photographs and all this praise and all these magazine covers and this enormous cultural attention. Wow, look at these glamorous dresses. Wow, this is lovely. I need to be just like this. They connect the physical deterioration with beauty and discipline and success and gravitas, and they want that so bad. This does not make Ariana the sole responsible one for possessing her body in public, though. I think eventually it's going to come out that Ariana Grande is going through something mental or something physical, and we're all going to say, we knew it, it's going to be great, we all knew this, I picked it up, I knew this. It's like an open secret at this point. The massive wave of public attention that comes from being a celebrity must be draining. I couldn't even fathom it in any capacity. I am a medium-sized YouTuber, and I get like 50 messages a day. That sucks already. I'm not happy about it. Definitely think Ariana Grande deserves a break from the public life, and she is getting exactly what she deserves. She needs to actively get her health back on track. I'm pretty sure her company is going to say she's doing fine, but I really don't trust that. I also don't trust Ariana Grande's opinion about herself, especially if she's going through a disorder of some sort, because that wouldn't track as well either. I hate to judge a book by its cover on things I don't know, but I'm using exactly what I can see about her medical condition, and it looks bad. It's kind of like if I saw my big friend, I saw his knees buckle, I'd say, are you good? And he said, yeah, I'm fine. And then I'd say, why are your knees buckling when you walk, buddy? He said, well, don't worry about that. That's just nothing. This actually happened one time. I pointed out my friend's knees were buckling, and then I was trying to take him to the hospital. He said, no. And then 2 weeks later, he said, yeah, I gotta get my foot removed. I had diabetes. I said, oh, I didn't know that. That's very interesting. I didn't know that. He said, yeah, it's a big thing. I said, how'd you get diabetes? He said he didn't know. And that's fair. I had no idea how he got diabetes either. It could have been from a factor of things. Could have been from his family history. I'm not going to make assumptions about the guy because I don't know. He had high blood sugar too. I don't know where that came from. I have no clue. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. We're definitely going to get a confirmation one of these days about Ariana's health and things of that variety. We're more than likely going to get that. But at the current moment, this is purely all speculative. I'm sure you're going to tell me your theories about Ariana Grande and how unhealthy she looks and how she makes you feel. And I'm ready to read all those things about what you got to say about this woman behind her back. As a matter of fact, all I've been doing is seeing TikToks about this all day.
So, do we feel better? Did we win? Was this the goal? Because I'm still struggling to figure out what the goal of the way that everyone's been talking online about this lady and anything that may or may not be going around with her. Because this is crazy to me. Because regardless of whatever you think is going on, whatever people think is going on, the way that the internet has been going about crucifying this girl over whatever you think she's going through or not is actually insane. The fact that she just put out an album and the discourse around her is more so about her body in a music video and just her body generally than the actual music. And this isn't me saying that I don't see what people are saying and I don't understand where they're coming from, because yeah, she does look different. And also, what are we gonna do about it? Like, what are we going to do about it? Like, if she is going through what y'all are saying she's going through, what are we supposed to do about it, for one? And two, that's not a moral failing. She's not a bad person or like this villain. If according to what the internet is saying is true, she struggles with eating, that doesn't make her a bad person. Like, that's not some kind of tragic moral failing, like she's some kind of big bad. Like, no, she's a girl who would need help. And help does not look like spreading these mass campaigns, calling her all types of things and making all these comments about her body. Like, thank God Ariana Grande is a mentally stronger person, or at least has some really great people to rely on in her life. Because if this was anybody else, I don't know if we'd still be seeing them.
Despite all the public scrutiny and all the stuff, here's what I have to say to Ariana. I wish Ariana Grande health, safety, privacy, success, and a very long life. Please, I hope the people around her care more about Ariana the human being, please, just her as a person, more than Ariana the international corporation. I hope there are people in that room who could say, no, you're not going on tour, you're resting. Even when millions of dollars are sitting on the other side of that very tough decision. I hope that. I hope the public learns that concern does not require you to be mean. You don't have to humiliate somebody to do that. That's not fair to do so. You can recognize that somebody's appearance might worry you without transforming their body into some big public conspiracy theory. You don't gotta do that. We can ask whether the entertainment industry protects its performers, because I don't think it does. I believe we have to discuss harmful beauty standards and demand responsible media coverage, because it's too drama-filled and it's too sensationalist in reality. That's how I get paid, though, to be quite honest with you. I get paid from sensationalism, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's draining a lot of the time. Now, I was gonna make a bunch of jokes about this, but I think Ariana deserves more than this. Beyond my jokes, my childish jokes, and my speculation, beyond our expectations and the certainty of my statements, I think there's a machinery that profits from her existence, and that refuses to stop because they need her to exist. I really don't want her to go. I really don't. Well, with that being said, let me know what you think about the video in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I've got a Patreon for $1 a month if you'd like to support content like this. One big old video a day. One video a day. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You have my Scout's honor. I'll post a video a day. With that being said, have a lovely day or night wherever you're at. And I'm out. Peace.
I'm your Nick at night, be my Laurel, please, low. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you